Happy Wednesday and welcome to your midweek encouragement. I'm Matt Brooks. The question we answered last week was, what is a disciple? As Pastor Terry explained on Sunday, a disciple of Christ is a person in active pursuit of thinking, acting, and being more like Christ, including making more disciples to do the same. It's like being a learner and a teacher at the same time. One of my biggest aha moments in this series was when I had a question answered. Something I've always wondered about is, why was Jesus' ministry so short? Only 3 years? Couldn't his time on earth have been much, much longer? Why couldn't he have lived to be 100 years old? Just think of all the ground he could have covered in those additional years. That wasn't God's design, however, and the answer is simple. Jesus left us here on earth to continue his ministry. We are supposed to pick up where he left off. It's not just about obeying the law and not sinning. We are called, commanded, to tell others about Jesus. Jesus tells us in John 15, I chose you and appointed you so you might go and bear fruit. So Jesus chose you and me to be a disciple. That's what a disciple is. He trusted us to carry on his work. So now that we know that you and I are disciples of Christ, what does that mean in practical terms? Well, my encouragement for you this week is to not get overwhelmed. Don't focus on the hugeness of this responsibility. Don't feel like you need some big elaborate plan for how you're going to be a disciple or some lifelong plan. Just take the first step to the right. Take the first step toward him this week. Between now and next Wednesday, make it a priority to do something to help someone else move closer to Christ. You see, everyone you come in contact with is either moving toward Christ or away from Christ. You can encourage them to keep moving in the right direction, or you can maybe reverse their course and help them turn toward Jesus. Here are a few ideas, and some of these may be uncomfortable for you, but in my life I've found that those are the times when I've learned the most, that I've grown the most, is when I was in an uncomfortable situation, or I stretched myself or challenged myself with something that was uncomfortable. So the first idea for this next week, Wednesday to Wednesday, is to talk to that coworker, friend, or family member about Jesus. You know the one I'm talking about. Have that uncomfortable conversation that you've been avoiding. Listen to their story and offer them the hope and comfort only Jesus can provide. Another idea, and something that we've incorporated around here, is that some of us have been blessed with the opportunity to have our school-age kids at home during remote learning. So one thing we built in around here on those at-home school days is a daily devotional with our third grader. That's something she doesn't get in the classroom. And what a great opportunity for me to be a learner and a teacher at the same time. Lastly, just simply show kindness to someone else. Grace, maybe even to someone who doesn't deserve it. That's a great way to think, act, and be more like Christ. This is what we signed up for. This is the way.